everybody, and welcome to a new series that I am launching on my channel. I'm calling the series Writing. I've decided to keep it simple, as George Orwell says, keep it short and to the point. You see, we've already learned about writing, right? Am I right? It's going swimmingly. Basically, I've had a lot of growth in the last year. I've really honed down on a lot of the things that are important to me, and I realized that something that I really love and something I really want to make a priority is writing. I am so new to writing, and I don't feel in any way that I have any of the answers, right? Like, I can't tell you how to write a great book because I've not written a book. I'm coming at you from a complete new writer point of view, but I think that's valuable. I'm going to be sharing a bunch of the experiments I'm going to do and a bunch of the projects that I'm embarking on with you, in the hopes that through this chronicling process we can have some fun, but we can also just kind of learn from one another. Today, very excitingly, I am going to be talking about notebooks. So the majority of writing that I have done in the past has been done on my laptop. I love my laptop, we're very close, but I started to realize that while it was great for when I had a project idea, it wasn't great for the interim. Whether it just be a thing I hear someone say, or an idea I have, or one line that I've made up that I think sounds cool, and I didn't have a place to put it. And then I had an idea. Not a revolutionary idea. Here's the thing, it's not a revolutionary idea at all. It is in fact like the oldest writing idea. I started carrying around a notebook. I was going on a trip to Rome, and I decided, Ariel, you're excited about writing, you want to write some more, why don't you take a notebook with you to Rome and just see if you end up writing anything. What I did have was a moleskin notebook this size. Now, as you can see, this does not fit in even this giant pocket. It's a giant book, like it just didn't fit. So what I did was that I ripped the notebook in two, and then throughout that trip in Rome, I wrote. And I wrote more in that concentrated period of time than I had ever written before. I filled this notebook up full of just the most random thoughts, and it was so utterly fantastic. Right here, for example, I say, well, I'm on a train to London. And then it says, I really wish I had scissors because I decided I needed to cut this. I wrote, oh, the ripping sound is so awkward for the other passengers, man. Okay, this train is nearly 40 minutes late, but more importantly, I ripped the book in two. So I was just chronicling. I wrote a list of the things that I wanted to do in Rome. I wrote a word that I liked. Tether. I just liked the sound of it, so I wrote it down. Then there are parts where there's like just really long kind of essay style, and then there's like anecdotal stuff where I wrote like, I'm really tired of people trying to sell me selfie sticks. I also found myself doodling sometimes because I would be bored and I would have the capability to do that. This was a success. It was so much fun to fill this notebook up, and so consequentially, since this notebook, there has been the second half of the notebook, and I've numbered them 1, 2, and just literally yesterday, which I guess is probably why I'm excited about notebooks and I decided to film this video, I filled up number 3. I have now moved on to notebook number 4, which controversially, I've not gone with one of these moleskin brown ones. I've decided to go with this little notebook that I picked up. I'm just flinging notebooks all over the place. In Amsterdam, and this one's different because it doesn't have any lines. And we'll see how I kind of function with that space, how that changes how I want to write, because I won't feel like there are borders or specific lines that I need to follow. One of the biggest feelings I had while doing this project was this immense sense of relief and release, because I often feel like I am keeping all of these little things in my head. I'm like, oh, that was a cool line. Okay, don't forget it, don't forget it. Finally having it in a concrete place that I knew I wouldn't lose and that I would have and I could reference if I needed to, made me let go of it, and I think probably allowed new stuff to come and fill up that space. I found it a great filter for stuff. I was able to finally write things down and think, you know what, actually that's kind of a stupid idea. I'm glad I finally wrote that down and can move on from it because I don't want to think about it anymore. Or I would write down something kind of trivial and be like, this is actually interesting, I want to write more about this, and so I would. I found it really difficult to keep my notebook during the summertime because I didn't have my coat. And my notebook, I would carry it in my backpack, but because it was in my bag, it wasn't as handy. I couldn't just whip it out like I did out of my pocket. I had to like take my bag off, take the notebook out, write something down, then put it back. And it was that kind of barrier to writing that kind of stopped me from writing a bit more. But now that it's fall again, I am starting to write again. I think this form of writing isn't really about a big project. It's just a place to just chuck stuff and then be able to look at it and be like, this is what I have. This is my body of ideas right now. What do I want to pick from? What do I want to choose from? I've personally found it really, really great. And I would like to hear what you guys think. I'm really excited about the series, and I'm gonna have some cool stuff coming out soon. I'm gonna be making another video about NaNoWriMo. That's right, I'm trying NaNoWriMo, and I'm trying it with a really cool project that I'm super jazzed to talk to you guys about, so look forward to that one. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed it. This is not something I've talked about with you guys before, my writing, and this feels like a lot of, this is exciting, this is good, this is positive. Woo! Alright, so I will see you guys in my next video. I better get back to writing. Cheesy, too cheesy, Ariel. Take it back. Take it back.